Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Premiere scripting tutorial. In this one, I'm going to be going over how you can learn Premiere on your own, and now that you've made it through a whole month of Premiere tutorials or gotten to this video, how can you continue learning outside of these videos, both on your own and with the help of others. So in this video, I'm going to be going over all the resources you need to take the next steps into becoming fluent or comfortable in Premiere scripting. Before we get started, I do want to remind you down below, hit subscribe and the bell icon to be notified of new videos coming out twice weekly on the channel, and down in the description you can follow us on GitHub for lots of awesome coding updates and projects I'm working on, and also in the description follow us on Instagram for other live updates. And if you're not a member of our Discord server, you can come and join and get help with scripting, extensions, plugins, expressions, submit tutorial ideas, and much more. And if you'd like to help support the YouTube channel and get cool perks, you can become a member, supporter, premium supporter, or a VIP. Link for that is in the description. So the first thing that you need to learn Premiere scripting and move on to the next steps is something I use all the time in my videos, and that's the Premiere Pro scripting guide. Now all of the scripting guides for all the Adobe programs are now neatly put into a sort of docs for adobe.dev website. If you type in Premiere Scripting Guide into your search engine, you can find all sorts of examples. Some of them might be old, so stay away from them, but the one you want to look for is any of them that have this icon here, that have docs for adobe.dev, and this one is also a PDF version of that. But if you go to this site here, it's sort of in an HTML format, by which you can go to the different pages and see all the things accessible from sequence down to items and clips. And if you go down here to the bottom left and click on the arrow next to latest, we can actually create a PDF, HTML, or EPUB ebook file format for this. And this is super useful because if you want to just be able to load up a PDF and say Control F, search for sequence dot something, then you can do that, and you don't have to go through the search engine that's up here, which would then give you a different set of results than actually searching through it yourself. This will give you a full list of all the things, of course, but sometimes navigating through a PDF is easier. So you can always change the format between HTML, PDF, and EPUB, and even download it and have your own kind of formatting going on there. And of course, this is the biggest help for anyone learning on any platform with any experience Premiere scripting. Just like any other guide, it has a full index of everything you need access to, all the different levels, whether it's the application of Premiere, the projects inside of Premiere, the sequences, the clips. It's all contained in here, and it will tell you all the properties you can access as well as the methods we can apply to do things like, in this case, change the path of a media file or clear the in and out points if you want. Now, if you want to find something out that you don't know how to do in scripting, all you have to do is start guessing and typing things in. If I wanted to, for example, go ahead and add a sequence or create a sequence, I could try typing in add sequence. No. Create sequence doesn't work. Try a new sequence. And we have create new sequence. So if you find words that are similar and you try a bunch of words that are similar to what you're trying to do, you can usually find it inside of this guide. And then we can see, okay, here's an example of the code. We need to say app.project.create new sequence. We need to provide a sequence name, which down here tells us needs to be a string. And we also need a sequence ID, which is a uniquely identifying ID for a new sequence, which also is a string. And it will then tell you if it returns a value. In this case, it will return a 0 if unsuccessful, or a sequence object if successful. So you could then figure out with the variable whether or not this code is working, and if it isn't, go in and find out why based on this information. This is sort of a very, I guess, technical way of doing it, but that is the way you should approach it. You should try and find a function or method which you want to use or learn, and then from there, look at all the arguments, types, and descriptions of that to further learn and then use. If you find that there's a particular error with, say, this line of code, you then know where the problem is. You can reference the guide, and it's just a good way to go about things. Outside of that, I do have a playlist which I put all of my Adobe scripting tutorials for Premiere in, and these are specifically for Premiere, and these aren't just the ones that I posted this month. These are the ones throughout all time that I'm posting. So if there's ever, time where you don't know how to do something, there may be a video I already have out on the subject, or if you just want to learn a whole bunch of stuff, I teach all kinds of different things extra in each video. You can go through and watch these. And the links, of course, for all these will be in the description down below as well. I mentioned it in the beginning of this tutorial. Discord is really a big place now to get help with scripting and a whole lot of other things. Inside of my Discord server, you can come and join and basically ask any scripting questions you have or share any knowledge you've learned. This is a great way to get that done. And of course, if you're watching this and you want to join the Discord, this will be the only time I ever say this. Make sure you read. Make sure you read our community rules, and also we have all these nice scripting guides available for you to easily click on, and beginning videos as well. Make sure you read that, and then you can come in and get help, ask any Premiere scripting questions, or if you're moving on to extensions, you can also ask those questions in here. We have lots of talented people who have learned from my videos previously, so they kind of have a similar understanding as I do. And we also just have a whole bunch of really smart top participators, members, and VIPs and mods who can help you out with a variety of Premiere subjects. And lastly, I want to talk about Adobe CEP or extensions. Premiere scripting is limited in the sense that you can't create script UIs and run those inside of the program. I can't have a script window in Premiere, I can only run the code. But with Adobe extensions, you can have a much more complicated system where you have a nice UI created with a web sort of backend and a web front end to give you a nice visual compared to a standard script. And with this, you can run any of your normal Premiere scripts in the background and communicate back and forth. This is the next step if you're kind of tired of scripting or you're ready for something more powerful or for the next thing. If you go to the Adobe CEP GitHub, you can check out all the sample code, CEP resources, and getting started guides for creating your own extension from scratch. Now this has a full text guide on how to get started, and of course I also have tutorials about Adobe extensions, which are kind of multi-purpose. A lot of these are more After Effects specific, but when it comes to designing and interacting between the program and your extension in this case, this is all going to apply for Premiere as well. And it's very common nowadays to have extensions that work for both After Effects and Premiere, so this may be a good route to take if you're really experienced in Premiere scripting or you just want to start making apps for both After Effects and Premiere. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I wanted to give you just a solid video on how you can take the next steps to learn more on your own. If you missed any resources, where those are at, and how you can make the next steps in Premiere scripting. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button. Down below, hit subscribe and the bell icon to be notified of new videos coming out twice weekly on the channel. And down in the description, you can follow us on GitHub. We submit code there all the time and have cool projects you can try out and adjust for yourself. Also in the description, follow us on Instagram for other live updates. And as mentioned, if you're not a member of the Discord server, come and join and get help with scripting, extensions, plugins, expressions, and much more. And again, if you'd like to help support us on YouTube, you can become a channel member, supporter, premium supporter, or VIP, and this includes cool perks like getting Discord status, live streams every week, and much more. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.